EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Tight down. There you go.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Hey, we're going to 54 right here.
Prescott from the gun. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. They'll try and run this with Austin. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's second down. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Elliott on first down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
46, 46. Going to 54, going to 54, line.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And an alley to run. Past the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here. Oh, Prescott stripped. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Hey, whatever. To the days of just getting a fumble recovery. Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a first and goal, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Prescott to throw it. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. A first down carry by Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Check three. Kill.
10th carry now for Elliott. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Maher able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 14-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On second and 11 now. Prescott, and that's Elliott, complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Now Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. On first down, it's Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
On second and 12, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 29 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. How does that affect the psyche? Am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team, because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally and whether or not they have it in them to come back. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're on their heels a bit right now. Elliott on first down, got to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott now. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Kill. 27.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jeff Heath. Swat. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 75 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for two.
Count. 47. He's coming. Don't go 47. 26.
To the air again, Prescott. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And whatever adjustments they made at intermission, they're working, because the first half they didn't look so hot. Now they seem to be clicking.
And you know me really well, partner. A lot of the time I like to downplay the idea of adjustments. Maybe it's just they executed better. But in this case, I think you're right on to something. They look so much sharper, so much better. They obviously saw something they needed to change, and they did exactly that.
Change is working right now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Malik Collins able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. It fights him off. And some strong running. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Prescott looks to throw on first. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. And probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
That's it. Big hit.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first To their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here we go. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Man, I got you.
On second down, it's Pollard. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. That good for 19 and a first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run. Sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. He'll have a first down inside the 10. 22 yards there, a first down. Now, I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Right 54. Here it comes. Here it comes.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Prescott to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Oh, wait, hold everything.